Man, what's happening with my subscribers, man? How y'all feeling today, this morning, tonight? How y'all feeling? Man, so I guess I see y'all, I'm in Atlanta. It's fucking 11 at night. You see this shit? I'm sweating. It's not because I'm fat. It's not because I'm fat. But check it out. This story right here, man. This story right here is for the youth and people like first termers, because this is what I experienced being a first termer, coming to the county jail. So there's this dude in this. Man, I'm gonna just say his name was Tex. You know, when you first come into the pod, you gotta kind of like look around and survey and see who's who. You'll see who the aggressive motherfuckers is. You'll see who the cool motherfuckers is. You see where the gang members is. You see where the Mexicans is. You're gonna see the dynamics when you come out. But you got to pay attention for who's the apex predators in that motherfucker. See me, when I come into a spot, I figure out who the apex predator is, and I make him my prey, because he ain't finna do them tactics. Cause a lot of that should be tactics, man. A lot of that should be tactics, and I know I ain't about to use one on me. So I identify who possibly, I identify. That's defense mechanism. That's what prison taught me. But that's what the streets taught me. Identify who may possibly be a target. Sometimes you may be wrong, sometimes you may not, but identify. So I looked at Tex, right? He pushing up on everybody in the unit. He roaring up on people and shit. Now I'm coming fresh from juvenile hall. I'm like, man, I hope I don't get into it with Tex. Tex like 23, been a YA and shit. Now I'm fresh from J unit, maximum security, juvenile hall. I didn't turn 18. They didn't send me to the county, man. In J unit, anybody been in J unit? No, man. They used to make us run like 50 laps every time we went outside. We running 50 laps and we working out. So by the time I got to motherfucking county jail, nigga, I was a chiseled little horse. I had a little oomph, because I've been working out. These big ass niggas in county jail been eating Dunkin' sticks and honey buns and making spreads with crackers and cheese and cup of noodles and shit. So I'm cool. We ain't had none of that shit in juvenile hall. We just had our standard tray and then extra snacks we got at night, but that's it. So I was cool. But anyhow, so when I come into the pod, man, it's me, Tex, and a couple other homies. They from Oak Park. They from Oak Park. So anyhow, man, this dude, I ain't gonna say this dude, because as I look back, you know what? It was wrong. I was pressured, but it was wrong. So anyhow, my Tongan partner, man, he from TCG, man. I know him from girls' school. I mean, not girls' school. I know him from going to school. I know him from juvenile hall being locked up. And me and him never had no problem, man. Because the Tongans and the black, whatever it was, but that I ain't had no problems with it. So we at the table playing dominoes, and this motherfucking armpits was stanking. I'm talking about, he smelled like an onion patch. This my partner though, but he's stanking. Man, they like, so the other bloods at the table, the other old party niggas was like, damn, that nigga got that Burdeffy. They was getting on him. It was like, ooh, that's them Peditskis. Cause man, his shit, I'm smelling like it was onioned out. So, all I could do when the game was over, I was like, hey, bruh, you need some deodorant and some other stuff? He was like, nah, it's good. But the old party niggas was like, hey, where your partner from? And I'm coming straight from action. So I'm coming straight from juvenile hall, and I'm not knowing about segregation. That Bloods is on this side, Crips is on this side. I ain't knowing that shit. I'm a young nigga. So when they asked me where he from, since he my partner, now going back, I probably might have said something different. I might have said I don't know or something. But I'm like, oh, he from TCG. It was like, TCG? Tongan Crip Gang? Tonker game? It was like, oh, nigga, he got to go. I'm like, why he got to go? They was like, he a Crip, and that's your partner, so you got to get him. So, therefore, you need to go get that nigga now. So, I'm like, damn, I don't even understand what's going on. I don't even know. They pushing politics on me based on I just came and I'm young. So, what ends up happening is I end up going to the blinds. I'm like, hey, come to the blinds. He's like, nah, Hooky. Cause back then they called me Hooky because I had a impressive hook head. I think it got fat. It got fat, and then like the hook, like the hook filled in a little bit. I got a little hot dog back here, but the hook filled in. So anyhow, so when we go in the cell, like he had his cell, I had my cell. We was single cell. But I could hear him press the button, man. I could hear him press the button like, hey, man, in the county jail, you do not want to press the button unless it's an emergency. You got people that's damn near dying don't even want to press the button. People that's damn near dying don't want to press the button to get the police. But you know what? Shit, he in the wrong pod. Cause I called him to the blinds to fight. He was like, nah, Hooky, I ain't fucking with you. So when they went in, that's when he hit the button and then told him, hey, y'all got me in the wrong spot. They lock everybody down. He come out the cell, gone. Simple as that. But so anyhow, man, I'm in the motherfucking cell. It's the morning time. My cellie Joe from Detroit. They call him Boulevard Bully. But Detroit, Joe Menifee from Detroit, my partner. This nigga say, blood. They was calling somebody else. They was calling somebody up here one of them things. I know it ain't me, and I know it ain't you, because I know Jeff. I know him from the streets. We went to school together, all this shit. So I'm like, nah, I know it ain't me. So I go down to pan my tray down. Dude from MOB, from Compton. I don't even know why this nigga pushing up on me in my county jail. So, but I'm young. Like I've been in county jail a week now. I'm young, so I don't know. So this nigga push up on me like, man, this nigga text say that you were one of them. I was like, man, I don't even know what the fuck he talking about. So anyhow, I guess they was on my linea the whole night. It was on my linea the whole night. So motherfuckers didn't know what they was talking about. So basically, what they was doing is they saying this, dude, my partner was a Crip. So therefore, I had to get him. I wasn't in agreement with that. I ain't part of the game. But at the same time, I did buck a little and I called him out to the blinds and he turned it down. I did do that much. But because he escaped, they didn't like that. So they're saying, since that was my partner, I gotta get him. And since I couldn't get him, I'm a Crip too. Basically, I'm a Crip too. So I was like, man, I'm not understanding these politics. I come from juvenile hall. I'm not understanding what's going on. So the older homie from the Heights, he kept getting me, and we go to tech cell. He like, man, my younger homie ain't no Crip, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Why you keep saying that? He said, this dude didn't get old boy, so therefore he won too. And his name is Dirty Kirk. His name's supposed to be Dirty Bird. I said, my name Dirty Kirk, no matter how you look at it. Dirty motherfucking Kirk. That's my name. But remember, I'm a little kid. I'm 18, fresh 18. I'm talking about fresh. I'm talking about 157 pounds fresh. Tech's already grown ass 24, been a YA and all this shit. So, man, I'm trying to figure out. I'm thinking about how to get out of it, but I ain't sure. So anyhow, when my big homie walk over there with me and my big homie try to help me, man, the end result is the big homie was like, man, you just gonna have to fight this nigga. I'm like, all right, it's nothing, because in juvenile hall, I was scrapping too. Scrapping is nothing. But I ain't never fought no grown-ass man. And this nigga Texas, he built like a little ox. So anyhow, man, so we set up the fade, right? In county jail, you hear doors click, 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 click coming around. So what's gonna happen is when I come out for dinner, I'm gonna wait for his cell to open. When his cell opens, then we just gonna get it on. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I had me a soap on the rope, which is 2 bars of soap in a motherfucking sock. I had that in my waistband. Man, I was so spooked. Do not laugh at me. Don't laugh, man. But I was spooked. I went to the cell. I was like, hey, how long we gonna fight for? He said, hold on, cause I got to do the hand motion. He said, don't worry, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I was like, oh shit, he about to beat my ass. I better fight for my life. So next thing you know, the motherfucking doors came open. When the doors came, you could hear him, like I said, you could hear him coming. Click, 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 click. Man, when his door opened, it was like, ding, ding, ding. Nigga, I swung with everything I had. I was throwing flurries. I was throwing everything I could. But he dipped. I ain't gonna lie. He dipped out of my flurry though and caught me with a good one. Bing. I was like, but I was blacked out, so it stunned me. It stunned me, but that's all he got. Cause some of my flurries was hidden, but they was like pats, but they was boom, boom, pat, 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 pat. But it was fast because I was scared. So what ended up happening is this. So I got him against the wall where my shoulder was pressing in his chest. He had me wrapped up under my arm and he was squeezing me. When he squeezed me, I mean, first of all, he was his back against the wall, so I was sideways with my shoulder in his chest, hitting him with the uppercuts. And I was landing them too, hell of them motherfuckers. So he had to let me go, but when he was squeezing me up under my arm, my shoulder came out of place. For the first time in my life, I was like this. I look like a teeter-totter, man. So anyhow, they break us up. Right? I'm standing there like fucked up. I'm like, bro, my shit broke, man. I got the dangler. I'm like, bro, my shit is broke, man. So they was like, what you gonna do? So anyhow, I did some shit, and my motherfucking arm seemed like it came back in place. So while I'm standing there waiting for my tear to open up so I can go get my shit, man, this motherfucker come back with a tray, right? When he come back with a tray, this motherfucker try to dope feed me. Bing! But I had an afro, so it bounced off of my afro and got on him. So all the while this whole shit is going on, I'm not understanding. How the fuck did it come from my partner coming into the unit to me trying to fight my partner to now I'm fighting this nigga and now I got a dislocated motherfucking shoulder. I ain't even done nothing wrong. So anyhow, man, I get to the cell, my motherfucking shoulder fall out of place again. I was up there helpless. I was up there trying some lethal weapon ass shit, trying to get my shoulder to go back in place, but that motherfucker was stuck. So guess what I had to do? Guess. I had to hit the button. Man, when I hit the button, they said, what happened? I said, I fell off the bunks. They said, oh, another one of those, huh? Man, they came and got me, took me to UC Davis. Man, they put my shit in the shoulder. But from that day forward for at least like another 2-3 years, man, I had a Lego shoulder, man. My shit was coming out for everything. Playing basketball, my shit was coming out on jump shots, just regular jump shots. Bam, shoulder come out. Man, they was calling me Lego shoulder dirt. Lego shoulder dirt. Man, so anyhow, my shit was coming out in reception. My shit was coming out in the pen. My shoulder was fucked up. Then one of my older homies, Lonnie, LB, he told me, man, he said he used to have a dislocated shoulder. If you got a dislocated shoulder, man, you just gotta work it out, man. Hella push-ups and shit. Build the cartilage around that motherfucker. My shit ain't dislocated in like 15 years. So that's just if you got a dislocated shoulder, because what'll happen is the muscle will wear down, tear down. You gotta build that shit back up. But anyhow, now, in closing, I'm gonna tell you something. This dude Tex had a celly, man. They was both on my shit, man, because I was young. I was a young dude, and they kind of felt I didn't know no better. I'm Similac 18. Man, and his celly was like 27. So they really like preying on me, accusing me of being a Crip, and I wasn't. I was nowhere near a Crip. But I didn't have problems with him, so therefore, I didn't have problems with, especially Tongan ones. I had no problems with him. So therefore, and this is the 90s, but so therefore, I wasn't understanding how you could just make me try to jump on my partner when I just come from J Unit, Juvenile Hall, where we all in the same unit together. I had no idea. Man, so what ended up happening, man, is I was in the pen. This is why you have to be careful who you know. You have to know who you're dealing with. Because I never forgot Tex or Sally. And what you know, one day I'm in Old Folsom and I see him. Not Tex, but I see his Sally. I said, man, what's up, man? I said, you remember me? I don't have a mean face. I'm like, you remember me? And you gotta think, this dude then went home, had a family, had kids, all the shit. He was like, nah, bro, I have no idea who you are. I said, man, you made my motherfucking life a living hell with you and your celly, man. And I told myself what I'd do to you if I ever saw you again. And right now I'm looking in your face, man, and you don't even know who the fuck I am. He said, man, if I ever did anything wrong to you, man, I apologize, man. I apologize. Man, I was like, man, y'all fucked my shit up, man. Y'all really did me wrong. Man, I ain't had that coming. He said, man, his eye was hella big too. He said, man, I done went home. I done lived lifetimes, man. I don't even remember. He said, when did this happen? I said, 1997. He said, what year is this? I'm like, it's 2009. He said, you remembered this from 12 years ago? You had a problem with me? He said, man, I'm hella sorry, man. And you know what? That's that passive-aggressive behavior that prison teaches you. I had a conversation with one of my folks' family members about passive-aggressiveness. And they had to listen to my reason, because basically passive-aggressive is frowned upon in society. That's true. But at the same time, I explained to them how I was in prison, and if you're outward emotional, then you're deemed a security threat, because you're going to get into it with somebody else, and then you're going to get into it with their partners. Our partner's going to get in, and it's bigger than you just that fast, because you're not in control of your emotions. So what happens is you realize most people play defense. In prison, they play defense because there's consequences and repercussions for your actions. So you have to play defense, and then, then one day it just goes. That's where that passive aggressive come in. You gotta learn to like bite the bullet and be cool. But I understand. I've been working on that shit. I ain't so much as bad no more. If I got a problem with somebody, I'll tell them nowadays. But passive aggressive, the person ain't gonna tell you. Just gonna wait, and then a person gonna do what they always do normally, and they gonna be then walked into a minefield. Yeah, I see why it's frowned upon. But hey, anyhow, Dirtyweather. I'm not gone. So anyhow, country, man, the lesson that I learned, man, is be careful who you offend. Be careful who you offend, because you never know. And I never forgot for 12 damn years. 97, 2000, 12 years, I didn't forget how they did me. 12 years. Anyhow, man, y'all see that I haven't been doing stories as much this past week or so, because I've been dabbling with memes and all that. I gotta make time for it, but I've been dabbling with memes, man. But I'm getting good at this shit too. It's interesting. But anyhow, man, I lost 3 subscribers, by the way. I lost 3. I went from 367 to 340. So I lost 3 of y'all, man. I don't know who y'all is, but come back. Other than that, man, y'all have a good day. Shout out Scott. Shout out Sandman. Shout out Couch. And shout out Chief. Shout out TD 2900. Shout out Montana. Shout out AD. Shout out JP. Man, hey, it's too many of y'all to name, man. But I'm glad that y'all rocking with me, man. That's the most important, because when you making these videos, it be up, down, up, down. You gotta find the motivation and everything. But y'all that keep on commenting, y'all keep me going. I don't care if this video get 50 views. I don't even care. I don't care, but I fuck with y'all. Y'all that fuck with me, I fuck with y'all. 100. Dirty Weather. Come on.